doing some work on the XMR, doing some maintenance. Now these shocks, Fox Podium, the springs are undersized. You got to really crank down on the preload on these things, and then you lose all your suspension and get a really stiff ride. Front ones aren't bad, about half the preload there, but the rear ones are horrible. They're always bottoming out and hitting the tires are hitting the fenders. So Sean from XMR, thank you, put me on to these. These are 2017 XMR 650 springs, and they're actually, if you can see in there, they're beefier and bigger. They're thicker. They got one more coil than the 2016 XMR 850 springs. So we're going to do a spring swap out because this rear end is sagging pretty good. So I'm hoping these springs will do it. So we got to take tires off, take the shocks off. Right, tires off. See better. Of course, these will have to be compressed, but they are a little fatter, a little beefier coil. So we gotta undo this bolt and the bolt way up in there. Okay, 15 mil. Right, there's a shock out. Okay, I'm going to show you. That's the old spring. I won't even go on the new spring. That's the new spring. The difference in thickness, quite a bit, almost a 1/16 of an inch difference there. And the other thing, I'm only at half preload right now, and that's it for the springs. They're loose. Put the new ones beside them. So this is going to make a big difference. Should make these Fox Podium shocks come to life. Okay, the old spring comes off. No spring compressor. It's kind of weird, but you got lots of crank here and lots of room, so make sure the closer together coils are at the top. Okay, coils all together at the top. Now if you're curious about the numbers on these things, old spring on a 2016 XMR Outlander 850, part number 706002473. That's the old spring. These new springs come from 2017 XMR Outlander 650. They have a beefier spring. I guess they have a not as good a shock. These Fox Podium shocks are supposed to be good, but they put cheap little springs on it to keep the cost down, I guess. So the new part number is 706002494. And don't even need a spring compressor for this. Okay, so I have 7.5 inches of threads usable for preload. The old preload on the old springs was 5.5, and I'm about 1 7/8 inches just to snug now. So I'm going to put this down about 3.5, and we'll see what kind of tension we get on them. Starting to get some good tension on them already. Okay, so that's 3.25 inches of preload on there right now. I still have 4 more inches, 4 more usable inches there, and I'm 2 inches from where the old mark was. So we'll try that out, change out the other shock, and then we'll see how it sits. And I'm going to leave that loose, just so that we have to adjust anymore. So we should be good to go. And I'll change out the other one, and then I'll remount them. Alright. Put the shocks back in. Alright, gonna crank these back down. My furnace ran out of propane, so it's getting cold in there. It's pretty damn cold outside. Alright. One shock installed with new spring. Now we'll do the other ones. These springs are 90 bucks, in case anybody's interested. Okay, we're going to drop this thing down and see where she sits. Everything's tightened up. Alright, now depending on where you measure it from, you get different measurements. So I'm going to go right from center hub here. The front, 36.5 inches. And on the rear, somewhere near center, 36.5. So pretty much gained 1.5 inches on the back. Now it's level at least. I cranked the preload up to 4 inches. So there's still 3.5 there. I'm about just past half. Whereas before I was at 2/3 and there wasn't good at all. There was no suspension left. We'll have to see how that works. Alright, I hope the video was useful to somebody. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.